Have you ever noticed that the things you're most scared to lose, you hold the tightest? Like, watch a kid with something precious, a new toy, a new coin, or a bug that they just caught, and look at their fists. White knuckle. They won't open it even to show you. Because somewhere we learned this thing early on. If I can hold it, if I can grip it, then it's mine. I can't lose it. I have to keep it safe in my grasp. And we never really grow out of this. We just hold bigger things. We grip people, we grip control, we grip our understanding. We need to get a handle on things and grasp them and wrap our head around them. Even the language gives it away. We say to understand is to hold. We feel safe with what we can get our hands around, and we feel anxious about anything that's too big to grip. And I think that is exactly what we do with God. We try to grip Him. We try to get a handle on Him. We try to define Him and pin Him down and build a clear picture that we can hold in our hands and go, there, that's God. I got Him. I'm holding Him. And when we can't do that, when He won't fit in the fist, we feel that same anxiety, that same something is slipping away. So we try to grip harder. We read more, we define more, we argue more, trying to close our hands around Him. Like, if we just squeeze tight enough, we will finally have Him and we will finally be saved. But here is the question that pops into my head. What happens when you try to grip the one thing that's bigger than your hands? The one thing that you can never, ever get around? Because He's already around you. Here's where it gets personal, because there's a good version of this. Think about how love actually works. Real love. When you love someone, you make room for them inside of you. Your heart kind of stretches and expands to hold them. Their problems becomes your problems. Their joy shows up in your chest. You widen yourself and you become a bigger container so that they would fit inside your life. That's what loving someone is. You grow big enough to hold them inside of you. And that is beautiful. That is one of the best things that humans do. So naturally, we assume that's how it works with God as well. That to love Him, that to get close to Him, you have to expand your heart and widen your soul to become a big enough container to hold Him inside of you. So that becomes the whole spiritual project of your life, right? Get bigger, get more spiritual, make more room, grow your heart until you can fit God inside of it. It sounds holy. It sounds exactly like what you're supposed to do with your life. But sit with that for a second. The one that you're trying to make room for, He is the one who made the room. Your heart, the container that you're trying to expand, He built that. The love that you're widening, He's the one who put the capacity for love in you in the first place. You're trying to grow a container big enough to hold the one who's holding the container. How? How do you make room inside of yourself for the one that you already are inside of? How does the cup contain the ocean it's floating in? But we try anyway, don't we? Even when it can't work, even when the cup can't hold the ocean, we just grip harder. And I want to talk to the person who's been trying. Not the person who walked away from God, the opposite one. The one who has been white-knuckling their faith for years, praying harder, reading more, arguing and debating and trying to feel something, trying to manufacture closeness, trying to get a grip on Him. And underneath it all, you feel exhausted, because here's what nobody says out loud. You can be deeply religious and deeply tired at the same time. You can be doing everything right and still feeling that you're carrying all of it. Like the whole relationship between you and God depends on your grip. Like if you loosen your hand for 1 second, the entire thing just falls. So you never loosen it. You hold up God like He's weight on your shoulders. And you call that devotion. You call that struggling for the sake of God. But be honest, it feels like it's exhaustion. And I personally sat with that exhaustion for a long time, my own too. And one question broke the whole thing open for me. I said, why am I so tired if I'm close to the source of all strength? If I'm near the one who holds the galaxies up without effort? Why does being near him feel like lifting? And then it hit me. I am tired because I'm holding up something that was never mine to hold. I have been trying to carry the one who has supposed to be carrying me. I have been carrying the one who has supposed to been carrying me. And when I saw that, I did not know what to do with it, because if I'm not the one holding on, then what happens if I let go? That's the fear, right? That's why the hand never opens. We think, I'm gripping God because if I don't, I will lose him and I will fall. The grip feels like the only thing keeping us connected. So try something with me. Just imagine it. You open the hand, you stop gripping, you let go, but you don't fall. Just like when you go swimming. If you actually stop trying to swim, you will still be able to float without effort. Because the grip holding you was never yours. You were never the hand. You were never the one doing the holding. You were the one being held by one. All that white knuckling, all that straining to hold on, that was his grip on you, felt from the inside. And you mistook that for your own effort. It was not your own effort. That was him reaching through you the whole time. You were a wave the whole time, trying to hold the ocean, straining and reaching. Where is it? How do I grab it? How do I keep it? And the ocean is going, I made you. You cannot hold me. You can only stop fighting and let me carry you. And this is the part that changes everything. The moment you stop trying to hold him is the first moment you actually feel him. And it is the first moment that you feel that he's the one that's been holding you. Because you are so busy gripping and straining and carrying that you never notice that the grip is already underneath you, holding you up this whole time, effortlessly. The thing that you were exhausting yourself to reach was the floor that you're already standing on. So here's the thing I would say. You don't have to hold on so tight. You're never supposed to. You don't have to be big enough to contain him. That will never happen. Or strong enough to keep your grip. That will never happen. You just have to stop fighting the one who's already holding you. You are the one being held, by the way. You're not doing any holding. So open the hand, not to let go of him, but to finally feel that he never let you go. You spent your whole life trying to hold on to God. You can rest now. He was never the one who needed holding. You are.